Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, back with another figure review. This time, the DC Universe Classics Wave 4 Figure 4 Batman Beyond. Now, if anybody doesn't know, this is their second character that premiered in an animated series and not the comics, the first being Harley Quinn. Okay, so there he is in the pack. His Batarang is up there, even though you can't really tell. Lacks a lot of detail it should have. Also, one other thing that I instantly noticed is his paint job is a lot brighter, a lot glossier than the other figures. Okay, he comes with the left arm of Despero, the final piece I'm missing. Okay, there's Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Captain Atom, Batman Beyond, and Ares. Okay, it says 30 years after Bruce Wayne's self-imposed retirement, Gotham City has been overrun by crime and corruption. The former Batman remains in seclusion until high school student Terry McGinnis, fleeing and members of a street gang called the Jokers, wind up at his door. Together they fight off the gang members. Seeing a need for a new hero to watch over his city, Bruce Wayne assumes the responsibility for training Terry to become the new Batman. Real name Terry McGinnis, occupation student, base of operations Gotham City in the year 2040. Special abilities: trained in gymnastics and martial arts, high-tech batsuit augments strength and agility, fires batarangs, allows flight, electronic surveillance via fingertip microphone, and a camouflage mode that simulates invisibility. So yeah, basically in the show, Batman was getting really old and he ended up having to threaten the thug with a gun. So he just gave up being Batman. The show is pretty good. I didn't think it was quite as good as the original animated series, but I still enjoyed it. But without further ado, let's pull this bad boy out of the pack. Okay, and here he is out of the box. I wanted to say really quick something I forgot to mention before I pulled him out of the pack. I've had 3 to 4 complaints from very reliable sources, a few of my subscribers and a few of my friends, tell me that this figure's quality control issues were horrible. His legs break quite often. Now, I didn't really see how that was until I just pulled him out of the pack and started messing with him. These figures' joints give you resistance every step of the way. I have his Batarang in his hand, of course. Real quick on the Batarang, it's at an angle, which it shouldn't be. It has absolutely no paint, which it should be black and red. Okay. Yeah, there's actually even some paint flecks sticking up on the shoulder here. Now, while the paint job does look nice and new, it's just all the joints are, with the exception of the neck joint, which is the only thing that moves normally, seem to give you resistance all the way and feel very frail. I mean, it seems like you put a little too much pressure on this guy's going to snap in half. That's the only way I have to describe it. Also, his belt being in the center here, his abs are right here, and you can't rotate it back to face where it should be. So that is definitely not a good thing. Okay. So I don't like that. I don't think the figure overall is very good. The paint is top notch on it, but that's its only redeeming aspect. Let's see. Here is the left arm of Despero. Yeah, so overall, he's just not a great figure. Now, I can't recommend him. I mean, even if you're a Batman fan, I would skip this guy. Also, one thing, in the animated series, when he lifted his arms, these wings would expand to help him glide, and jets would come out of his boots. Obviously, they didn't care enough to put that detail in here. Now, in the show, Terry was a punk kid, and he, like the back of the box said, he became the new Batman. But when the show ended, they really didn't cap anything off. But in Justice League Unlimited, which I always talk about in my reviews usually, the final episode was called Epilogue, and it was actually finishing off everything in Batman Beyond. You found out that Amanda Waller had actually set it up so when Terry's dad and Terry's mom had a kid, Terry, he would actually be passing on, Terry's father would be passing on Bruce's DNA instead of his own. Therefore, he's kind of he's technically the son of Batman, really, if you want to get technical about it. Now, that was kind of cool, and then they brought in that the chick from Mask of the Phantasm actually was set up to kill his parents in front of him, setting him through the same trauma that Bruce Wayne went through as a child. But she couldn't do it, and eventually his dad ended up getting killed by Jokers anyway. So, it was a good show at the end of the day, and I recommend it to anyone who wants to pick it up, much over this figure. I'm going to go 6 out of 10 on this figure. He's disappointing, and I just do not enjoy him. I did need him to finish the Despero wave. I do not recommend him. So, this is JTray997 signing out. See you soon, YouTube.